doing? Why do we want to invest? What's the point? What are we trying to do? Now that seems like a simple question. Make money, that's right. We just want to make money. But it's amazing some of the things people do with their money that don't really lend themselves to actually making money. For example, I see folks now that have a ton of money in cash, in money markets, in very short-term bond funds. And after taxes and inflation, we aren't making money. Let's say we have money in a savings account, we're actually probably losing money after inflation, right? During the 2008 meltdown, the short-term treasury bond was sold at a negative yield, which meant that if you invested in this, you were guaranteed to lose money. Why would people do that? Well, because I'm not going to lose as much as I would in the stock market. And seriously, actual financial advisors managing other people's money actually did this, bought short-term treasuries, guaranteed to lose money. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, I do see folks that are taking way more risk than they should. So if you're retired, you have a certain amount of income needs. But I see folks that sit at their computer all day long in their retirement and trade. So what's the point? What are we trying to do? So one of the things we want to know is number one, what's the point of investing for you? What's your goal? What's your requirements? And that's important to step back and ask yourself, what are we trying to accomplish here? Now, every investment that we make has risk, no matter what. Even your investment in time today, you're risking that you're wasting your time. So every investment has risk. Money markets, short-term CDs and so on that aren't paying much now, they have risk. And the risk is that your purchasing power gets eroded, or that your income doesn't keep up with your needs. So that's a real risk. Inflation is a real risk. And when you hear about what the government says our inflation rate is now, 2%, something of that nature, well, I don't know, have you put gas in your car lately or bought food? Well, conveniently, when they come out with these inflation statistics, it's X food and energy, right? Well, most of us buy food and gas. So they don't include that in the inflation numbers. But if you take a look at what the price of gas is now, there is inflation out there, especially on the things that we actually buy every day. So it's important that we identify that particular risk, that one that we're not keeping up with inflation, that we're not able to pay our bills as they get larger and larger and larger. One of the things when we're talking about risk is the stock market. We had 2008, that was some risk. And that shows you what can happen when we're taking excessive risk. So it's important to know what kind of risk that we're taking and identify each risk and try to minimize that as much as possible. Now, you can't get rid of all risk, but by spreading it around, we can minimize it.